I mean, this isn't like 800 pages of revelation. It could be a sentence. It can be a simple little tweak where something, just like we had that person here one day, and he was saying, I could be standing here going, I'm never going to get it. And the emphasis is I have failed and I have to work harder. Or the same, another person could stand there go, I'm never going to get it. And it's hallelujah, because they realize I can't get what I am. It's all emphasis. It's all fucking emphasis. And we have been living a narration emphasizing the idea of being a long-lasting, independent, separate entity. And we speak a language that has us as a doer of shit we have nothing to do with in a lot of cases. And so we basically are chanting ourselves into a mental condition in a way, seemingly. It's not true, but it can appear to be true. Yeah. And for many of us, it's truly appearing to be true. And the head is trancing, you're feeling, you have a sense of individuality, and the only way your logic could imagine, if there's a sense of individuality, there must be an individual. Just like if there's doing, there's got to be a doer. Yeah. People cannot sit still with the idea there's just doing. If it's not you or me or the government, it's got to be God. Something's doing it. Yeah. Yes, the same thing. We have a sense of individuality, and we can't imagine that could be there without an individual. But the head manufactures a sense of individuality, and there is no individual. Yeah, tons of doing, no doer. But it feels like it, exactly. It feels like it. You feel like it. That's manufactured. You feel like it, and therefore it's true. No, feelings are not facts. Senses don't mean there's an origin of that sense. Yeah? There's a sense of individuality, and then there's the sense of free will. Yeah? The sense of free will can only thrive in a sense of individuality. Everyone wants to look at the free will, but doesn't want to look at the sense of individuality that's wanting to look at the free will. You'll lose interest in both. You'll lose interest if it's predetermined or free will, because you've lost interest in the sense of individuality. And if there's loss of interest in the sense of individuality, there'll be less of an individual. Yeah? Instead of the individual trying to become less of an individual, which is more of an individual, there'll be a recognition there is a sense of individuality, and you will lose interest in that sense of individuality. The sense is what projects the noun. The noun is not having the sense of individuality. The sense of individuality is used to project the noun. Yeah? So you see that shadow on the wall, and you imagine it's a real you that's projecting it. Yes. So we live by shadows, and all the light gets dispelled or gets drunk into that shadow. And then we're blind, basically, literally blind. So that's why if you have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, because eyes and ears aren't seeing and hearing this. That's not their job they've been given. They've been listened. They've been meant to see things and to hear things. And in the hearing things and seeing things, it reinforces the idea it's a thing that's hearing things and seeing things. Yes? Hear a thing, there a thing, hear a thing, there a thing. There's a freedom. It's inherent. This is not this is World War III. No, it's disarming, completely disarming. Yeah. This action figure could care less at times. Wow, that's terrible. He should be a giving, emphatic action figure. No, that's not me. So all these things that used to be I was so busy trying to swat them away, but they could never have landed anyway. but I believed they were real, and I wanted to not be a fraud, and I wanted not to feel like that. And by me not wanting it, I gave it more life than fucking ever. Is this what happened in recovery when I said, I'm a fraud, I'm fucking completely self-centered, I don't give a shit about you. Hallelujah, because I'm not that. And oh, I'm really seeing the corroded core of me. No, you're not. You're not that corroded core. Yeah. See your way. Tell the fucking truth, and then hold it with, I'm not that. Yes. Didn't you, if you were afraid to be a fraud, didn't you feel like one all day? I met a lot of saints that are selfish, very selfish. They're trying to become unselfish by being saintly. Yeah. Just realize you're being used. Yeah. You're going to be employed no matter what. Yeah. Something's going to use you. Some wind is going to see you as a sail. Yeah. And it's going to blow you. And there's basically two streams of wind. One we call the infinite, the other is called the finite self. Yeah. You're going to be blown. And the funny thing is, you can be blown by both winds. When you're blown by the self wind, it says it's the only wind there is. But you can be blown by the bigger wind and feel or think you're traveling the direction of the lower wind, but you're not. It's being overridden completely. And that which you thought had no value is now being seen as valuable. And all this stuff starts to happen. And you can't imagine it because you're still being blown by the little wind. But no. Yeah. That's just the tail of the action figure.